My name's Kristie and I have a daughter, Charlotte, who's type 2 SMA. Her abilities are she can't walk, she can crawl, she can pull herself up onto furniture. She's sassy, she's intelligent as, very bubbly, very loving, got the best sense of humour. She just loves her family to bits. So I think definitely, she needs Spinraza, because without Spinraza, she might not get to, live a whole life with her family, and I think that would just be really heartbreaking. She was diagnosed about a year ago, and that was literally the heartbreakingest thing ever. Literally dropped to the ground crying. It was terrible. She's got type 2, so the expectancy for that is, if she has a healthy life, it could be into late adulthood. But if in between that time, if she gets caught with any illness, any bug, it could kill her, because she's so weak and there's not much muscle in her body. For the last month, because obviously her condition is she deteriorates all the time, I've had to start sleeping with her for the last month, as she's waking up during the night. She's obviously uncomfortable, crying because she can't just roll over by herself. As a mother, watching her deteriorate and I might be able to outlive her is really devastating. The drug she needs to survive is Spinraza, and she needs it now. She can't wait any longer. The reality is that she'll die early and she won't live a long life like every other human they're entitled to. It's a human right thing. She's entitled to this drug.
My name's Dean Wilson. I've been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I was diagnosed back in December of 2017 at the age of 42, and I've never been a smoker. Because it was late stage, it's been deemed as incurable, so I'm currently on three monthly checkups, and will be for the foreseeable future. So currently I'm on a targeted drug therapy, so I was fortunate that I had a genetic mutation, which is EGFR, and currently that drug is funded by Pharmac, so that's meant that I've been able to receive good treatment to date. So currently the drug's funded, so that's given us a window of time to analyse the future, and there will come a time when that drug will fail. We're not sure when that will be. It really depends on the person. So I've been quite a good responder to the drug. It's worked quite well for me to date. I've been on it for, I think, approximately 14 months or so. We had a few trials and tribulations. Initially they put you on quite a high dosage, and I reacted badly to that, so we've kind of slowly decreased dosage, and now I'm at a stage where my body seems to be metabolising it well, and side effects have diminished a little bit with that. So I get fatigue, I get a bit of skin rash and digestive ailments and other things, but really the drug's a miracle drug. It's had a huge impact on myself and my family's life. I've got a wife and 10-year-old son. When I got really sick, my son really fell to pieces and was struggling at school and emotionally, and I was bedridden for a number of weeks. And it really was a horrific time for not only me but my family, and especially my son. So since I've been on that drug, I recovered, and I'm in remission. So currently I have no detectable cancer in my body. It doesn't mean that I'm cancer free, unfortunately. It's still incurable, but it's just meant that we've had such an improved quality of life. I've returned back to work part-time. So now I'm back contributing to the family and contributing to society. I'm not such a burden on society, and I'm really just able to spend time with my wife and my son. Especially with my son being 10 years old, it's just so important for me to be around, and I guess I take my job as a dad quite seriously, so I want to be around to mentor him and at least see him through to adulthood.
Kia ora, my name's Elisa Wijohn. I'm diagnosed with advanced breast cancer, which I became aware of in August, so I'm a metavivor, and since that time I've become aware of the need for us to fight to be able to have access to the drugs that our doctors recommend. The medication that I'm on is called Ebrance, which is unfunded in New Zealand, and because I'm a hormone positive diagnosis, it's the one that should give me much longer survival than if I wasn't on it. But it costs a huge amount, like nearly $6,000 a month, which I'm extremely fortunate that my family have been able to support me in funding. But I have so many friends where this is just not a possibility. As soon as I was diagnosed the second time around, my parents' first question was, would I be better off in Australia? We're not Australian, don't have any rights to get treatment there, but the reality is that we would be way better off in Australia with so many more funded treatments and just so much better survival rates than we have here. You know, I'm Pākehā, my husband's Māori, so that half of our family is Māori and our children. We lost both his auntie and his cousin before they'd turned 45, and at that time, to advanced breast cancer, and at that time the screening age was 45. So we have systems in place that clearly disadvantage Māori, and then we wonder why our stats are different. We've created this two-tier system that nobody really wants to admit to. We say we're an egalitarian society, but that's a past belief that we're clinging on to. In health, it has absolutely become a two-tier survival situation, that those of us who can buy more time will buy more time, and there's just no reason why I should have that opportunity over any other woman or patient who has just as compelling reasons to want to live well, to contribute to community, and should have that right to have the medications that our doctors are recommending are the best treatment. We're not asking to go on oxygen treatment, to go on vitamin C infusions, to go off to, some retreat where they'll give us crushed apricot kernels and have us meditating or something like that, which plenty of people do, and that's, things people can choose to do. We're not asking for government funding for that. We're asking for the funding so that the drugs that are proven, that our oncologists recommend, that we can get those drugs.